large network into multiple small networks. Okay, consider there is a large network. This is an organization. In organization, like you will be having a router. These are the devices connected to your router. Okay. There are multiple devices connected to this router, right? So if this PC wants to communicate to this PC, at a time this PC sends request to all these PCs, okay? So that it is not possible to get the communication easily. Yeah. So that's why we are going to divide this network into multiple small subnetworks so that PCs can communicate easily, okay? So I will tell you, consider this as a router. This is also a router. So for this router, they are going to connect the devices. Okay. For this router, they are going to connect the devices. So these are called subnetworks. Okay. So if you maintain a single network, it is difficult to communicate with one PC to another PC. Okay. Suppose if in case any incident happen in this large network, so you need to check all the PCs whatever are there in this network, right? So if you divide the subnetworks into multiple small networks, suppose this PC was affected with some attack. Okay. You can only check in this network. And if you don't want to check all these networks. Clear? That's why we are going to divide the subnetworks. So this is the entire calculation part. So in subnetting we are going to use the IPv4 address. For class A starts with 0 to 126, and 127 we are not going to use 127 because 127 is allotted for system loopback services. Okay. For class B, 128 to 192, and for class C, 192 to 23. Right? So for class A, the default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. For class B, the default subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. For class C, the default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. For class A, for class B, class C, there is also called as a CIDR value, which will be there for each class. There will be a CIDR value. Okay, I will tell you later what is CIDR and how it will get. Okay, so when you convert this value into binary, what you will get? For class A is 255.0.0.0, right? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5 and 2 power 6, right? 2 to the power of 0. 2 to the power of 0?
1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64,
128. All this sum you will be getting 255. The sum is 255. If you are all this 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 255. Okay. So how many ones you will be getting? 1. You are adding 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. You are adding all the numbers, right? So you will be getting 8 ones. Okay. In the place of 255, you will be getting 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the place of 0, you will be getting 8 zeros because you are not going to add anything here, right? So you will be getting 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the place of 0 again you will be getting 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And please do the binary value for class B default subnet mask and class C default subnet mask. Okay. No? Class B and class C. Okay. So 1 is denoted by network bits and zeros are denoted by host bits. So here 1 is denoted by network bits. Okay. Please note down. 0 is denoted by host bits. So 1 is denoted by network bits, right? This is a network portion. We can call it a network portion. And zeros are denoted by host portion. So these zeros are called host portion. So this is network, and these zeros are host. Okay? This is network bit, this is network bits, and these are host bits. Because zeros are denoted by host and ones are denoted by network. So first we have to convert this 255.0.0 into binary values. You will be getting 1.111.0080808. So you can do the similar thing for class B and class C. So then after what you are doing means network bits is denoted by 1 and host bits are denoted by 0. Okay. In the place of 1s you will be getting, these are the network bits. In the place of zeros, these are the host portions. So network portion, host portion, host portion. Network portion, host portion. Clear? Yes. So here there is a CIDR value, right? So what is CIDR? CIDR is nothing but classless inter-domain routing. This calculation is very important. Please note down. Okay? Classless, less. Inter-domain routing. So it is nothing but total number of network bits. So CIDR is classless inter-domain routing. It is nothing but total number of network bits. Okay. So how many network bits are there in class A? No. 8 bits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So for class A, the CIDR value is 8. For class B? Yes, 16. And for class C? Number 32. 16 plus 8. 8 plus 8, 16. Right? 16 plus 8, 24. So the CIDR value for class A is 8, for class B is 16, and for class C is 24. So in the definition itself, it is mentioned that it is nothing but total number of network bits. So how many network bits are there in class A? 8 bits, right? So for class C, you will be getting 8 value. For class B, you will be getting 8 plus 8, 16. For class C, 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24. Clear? Yes. So I am taking this example. Which class it is? 192.168.10.0.20. In class C, this is CIDR value. Okay.
24.
I will be having 24 network bits. Right? This is perfect in this example. If in case my example is 192.168.10.0/25, what I need to do? There are 25 network bits. What I need to do here? You need to borrow the one network bit from the host bits. So now I am going to tell you how you need to borrow the network bits from the host bits. Okay? What is the default subnet mask for class C? 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 0, right? So when you convert this default subnet mask into binary value, what you will be getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. But here what it is there, the CADA value 25. So what I am going to do is, I am going to take one bit from the network bit. Okay? Here the value will be 1. Okay? So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here only 1 and remaining are zeros. Because I borrowed 1 bit from the host bit, right? So 1 bit is considered as 1 and remaining are the zeros. Okay? What is my new subnet mask value? 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot not 1, 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the 2 to the power of 7 value? 128, right? 128. This is my new subnet mask value. Clear? Because here in the place of 1, what is the value? 2 to the power of 7, right? What is the 2 to the power of 7 value? 128. So 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 128 is my new subnet mask value. Clear? Please note down. So by using this new subnet mask value, I am going to find how many networks are there and how many IP addresses are there and how many host IP addresses are there. There will be a formulas for each and every one. Okay, first I am going to find number of networks by using this subnet mask value. Okay. The formula is 2 to the power of n. Here n is nothing but number of bits borrowed from the host bits. Host bits, okay? How many bits you have borrowed from the host bits? 1, right? So what is the value 2 to the power of 1? 2. How many networks are there? 2 networks. So by using this subnet mask value, you can able to do 2 networks, network 1 and network 2. Okay, next I am going to find the total of IP address on each network, network 1 and network 2. Formula is 2 to the power of n. So here n is nothing but total number of host bits. How many host bits are there?
24.
Host bits. Host bits is denoted by? Host bits is denoted by 0. Right? We are using 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 128 subnet mask. Right? How many host bits are there here? Already we borrowed 1 bit as a network bit. So it is 1. How many remaining? How many host bits are there? 7. Right? So 2 to the power of 7 is 128. So I can able to do 128 IP address on each network. Okay? On network 1 I can assign 128 IP address and network 2 I can assign 128 IP addresses. Okay? Host IP addresses. So what is host IP address?
0.
Yeah. So these are the IP addresses which you will be assigned to your devices. Okay? Only host IP addresses. The formula is 2 to the power of n minus 2. Okay? Here also n is nothing but number of host bits. 2 to the power of 7, right? Minus 2. 128 8 minus 2, what? 126. So on each network you can assign 126 IPs to your devices. Okay. In network 1 you can assign 126 IPs to your devices. In the same way you can also assign 126 IPs to your devices in network 2. Clear? So here why we are doing minus 2 means on each network there will be a network ID and host ID. Okay, these two IDs are fixed. We are not going to use these IDs. So that's why we can do here as minus 2. After doing minus 2, you will be getting 126. Right? So these are the IPs which you will be allotted to your devices. Clear? So how many networks we have created? 2 networks by using that subnet mask line, right? 2 networks, network 1 and network 2. Okay, it starts with 192.168.10.0, 192.168.10.1. How many host bits are there? 7 host bits, right? Because we already borrow 1 bit from the network bit, so remaining 7 host bits. If you add those 7 host bits, the sum of that value will be 127. So on each network I can assign 127 IPs from 0 to 127. Okay, this is network ID, and this is broadcast IP. Not host IP, broadcast IP. Okay, these two IPs are fixed. We are not going to use these IPs on each network. Okay, how many networks can I assign to my devices? From 1 to 126. These are the host IPs. These are the host IPs. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 126 you can assign to your devices. Okay, these IPs are fixed. So you are not going to use these IPs. So that's why in this host IP address I minus 2. Okay? Because these are reserved for this network IP and broadcast IP. I am not going to use the IPs. These are the IPs you are allotted to your devices. So up to here, clear? So how many networks you will get that you by using that subnet mask value? 2 networks, right? So 2 to the power of n, the formula is. So here n is nothing but total number of bits borrowed from the host bits. So how many bits you have borrowed? 1 bit, right? 2 to the power of 1 is 2. Next formula is number of IP address on each network. Same formula, 2 to the power of n. But here number is n is nothing but total number of host bits. How many host bits are there? Already we borrow 1 bit from the network bit. Remaining 7 host bits. Right? 2 to the power of 7 is 128. So these are the total number of IP addresses. Right? So 128 IP addresses you can assign to each network, network 1 and network 2. Clear? And these are the number of host IP addresses. Formula is 2 to the power of n minus 2. Here n is nothing but number of host bits. Okay? 2 to the power of 7 minus 2 is 2 to the power of 7, 128. Number of host bits. In the place of n, you will be getting 7 because number of host bits is 7, right?
Remaining?
Yeah, remaining how many bits are there? Host bits? Because 8 bits we have. We borrow 1 bit from the host network bit.
Yes.
And remaining how many host bits are there?
7.
7. Host bits is denoted by 0. Network bits is denoted by 1. So you will be getting 7 bits here. 2 to the power of 7 minus 2. 128 minus 2 is equal to 126. So how many networks you get? 2 networks. Network 1, network 2. Right? So how many host bits you will have? 7 host bits. Right? So if you add the host bits like 2 to the power of 0 up to 6, you will be getting sum as 127. So you can assign 127 IP addresses on each network from 0 to 127. 192.168.10.0 to 192.168.10.127. So on each network you can assign 0 to 127. But the first IP is reserved for network IP and the last IP on network is reserved for broadcast IP. So these two IPs are fixed. You are not going to use these two IPs. So whatever the IPs are there in between this, from 1 to 126, these are the host IPs. Host IPs is nothing but these are the IPs you can use for your devices. You can assign for your devices. Clear? So in the same way, after 127, it will start from 128 to the range is up to 255, right? So up to 255. This is network IP, and this is broadcast IP. These broadcast IP means like at a time we are sending requests to multiple multiple PCs. Like you will be getting TV channel for at a time. You will be getting signal from multiple channels. So in the same way, the broadcast IP is also like network ID is like it is a name for this network, like network ID. So these two IPs are reserved, and these are the IPs you are used for your devices. Nothing but host IPs. Clear, Fasi? Clear, Fatima? Clear. Please do the calculation for 192.168.10.0 26. Same process, but my CIDR value is 26. So total number of networks is 4, right? Total number of IPs 2 to the power of n 2 to the power of 6, right? Because you have borrowed 2 bits from the host bits. So 2 to the power of 6 is nothing but 64. And number of host bits is 2 to the power of n minus 2. So 2 to the power of 6 minus 2. 64 minus 2 is equal to 62. And please find out network 1, network 2, network 3, network 4. So you will be getting 4 networks. Network 1, network 2, network 3 and network 4. So it starts with 192.168.10.0.0 and ends with
0.
yes. Because I take the example.
0.
Sorry.
192.168.10.62.
63. How many host bits are there?
Okay,
6, right?
yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you add these values, 32 plus 16, 32 plus 16, 32, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 48 plus 8, 56 plus 4, 60 plus 2, 62. 62 plus 1, 63. So up to 192.168.10.63. So So after 63, 64. Okay. Up to here you can count 63. 64 plus 63. 64 plus 63 is 127. So up to 127. So 127, 128. Starts with 128. 128 plus again 63. Okay, 190. And it starts with 191. 191 again 63. So 250.
Each network has 64.
Well,
One has 64 IP address.
yes, these are the IP addresses you can assign in your each network from 0 to 63. 0 will be also in a count, right? From 0 to 63, there will be 64 IPs. So these two IPs are not used. First IP and last IP. So these are the IPs you can assign to your devices. So I will tell you now what is FLSM and what is VLSM. If I tell the calculations of FLSM, VLSM now, you will be confused. Okay, I will tell you tomorrow the calculations. Please be perfect in this. What is FLSM? Fixed length subnet mask. So, what is subnetting first? First of all, what is subnetting? Dividing a large network into multiple small networks, right? We are dividing a large network into multiple small networks. That's why we'll be getting network 1, network 2, network 3, network 4. Those are the subnetworks, right? Why we are going to divide these subnetworks? Why we are creating these small subnetworks?
Fixed part.
So to maintain the traffic easily, if one PC wants to communicate with another PC, it is very easy for in subnetting. And fixed length subnet mask is nothing but the networks are fixed. Suppose there will be an organization, consider Ray organization. Like there will be different departments in Ray, like like IT department, non-IT department, HR department, and administrative department. Okay, for each department I can assign, I want to assign only 30 devices for each department. 30 devices for each department I can assign. My requirement is 30. Okay, so for this we need to do the calculation. Subnetwork. Okay, VLSM is nothing but variable length subnet mask. So thus networks will be different. Okay, consider this 20, 100, 40, 10. In each department, I can require different devices on each department according to my requirement. Okay, that is called, it is variable length subnet mask. The networks are in different sizes. The networks are in different size in variable length subnet mask, and fixed length subnet mask is nothing but the networks are in same size.